Hey, good morning, everybody. Did you catch the Washington Post propaganda drop this morning at 6 a.m.? The tech file, the tech folder, the tech tab, I guess is what you'd call it, on the Washington Post page, is full of just total misinformation and propaganda. So just look at a few pieces. Facebook employees are caught in an abusive relationship with Trump. Come on. The only abuse there is that they hate him. You're probably spreading misinformation. Here's how to stop. If you post anything from Q, or if you post anything from Trump, or if you post anything from Dan Scavino, or anything from a MAGA account, any of those popular Twitter accounts, and there are a ton of them, growing every day, then you're probably spreading misinformation. Oh, by the way, Amazon's a good boy. So if you thought they were banning books and burning them, you were wrong. Remember, they're your friend. They want you to know that, because the biggest name that decided to speak out against them finally got their way. Their book is going to come back on. So, sorry we banned a lot of books. We're going to let one come back. Now we're good again. That's the statement from Amazon here in Washington Post. This is purely propaganda, but it's interesting to kind of point out with the nuance. YouTube is going to start age restricting or stop allowing minors to view people being murdered on YouTube. Maybe the radicalization that was done by showing people violent things online without any age restriction is what we see today. Just nonchalant violence. A 14-year-old punting a gay man's head and yelling, "Black Lives Matter, FAGGOT!" Exclamation point. A 14-year-old kid. A leftist. Anarchist. Here's the scientists that are being funded by the Zuckerbergs and by Facebook. They have said that Facebook and the Zuckerbergs themselves are acting antithetical, that their practices are antithetical to the philanthropic mission that they claim to uphold. Isn't that ironic that the left says they want to do one thing and then they do another behind the shadows of their own influence and power? Well, here's the big story that I thought. The bigger story is the Twitter influencing Donald Trump, but that'll be another video. Amazon, Facebook, and Google are turning to the the deep network of political allies, I don't know what else you would call that, but it's deep state, to battle back antitrust probes. And you're going to see the articles that have been written by small business owners saying, please don't change anything with our big tech, don't change anything about Amazon, don't change anything about Facebook, because I run my Facebook marketplace and I run my business on Amazon. And if you change anything about it, we have all these small businesses, owners who wrote articles demanding that we leave these big tech companies alone. And it says it again down here. During a pandemic, when many storefronts are shuttered and businesses are still running, operating entirely online, it is the wrong time to demand changes in digital technology operations and business models. We don't lobby on their behalf. Ward says. This is the guy who runs the organization, saying that they're not doing any lobbying. And yet, all these different articles, and the one that they're highlighting here in this article is Espinoza. He runs a small business in Arizona, and he was quoted in the Arizona Capital, the Arizona Capital Times in September. He wrote this little piece, this little op-ed. He was published, but it wasn't his. Google wrote that article for him. These fake small businesses are being propped up in op-ed pieces to say, we need to leave the big tech companies alone. Amazon, Facebook, Google, and there are many others that are in those umbrellas. Remember, Amazon owns how many companies? Facebook owns how many companies? Google owns how many companies? Thousands of digital technology companies are going to be scot-free of any kind of regulation because they're going to trick people into demanding that we leave them alone. This is like the hostages demanding that the terrorists be set free because they are hostages. That's what this says. The small businesses that are operating on Google and Facebook and Amazon are being held hostage and told, you're going to write this article, but don't worry, we'll give you the bones, we'll give you the meat, you just got to flesh it together and then put it out to your local paper and they'll print it. That's what this is. And this is the headline saying, isn't this a good thing? In the Washington Post, we now nationally want you to know these three big tech companies are fighting back against antitrust probes. They're using a deep state network to do it, and they're publishing fake articles. You tell me what you think. In the comments, like, share, subscribe, please. Thank you. Keep America floating.